Hello and welcome to another episode on Yinka's Mills. Yay! I'm here with my favorite person.
Yeah.
She's back!
Yes, I'm back. Back and better.
Yeah, but this episode on the podcast is not about the exchange program. You guys would have to sit still, relax, wait a couple of weeks,
Yeah.
and then you get the episode.
That's the US story.
Okay, so today on the podcast, we are going to be talking about what does success mean to you. Last week on the podcast, I talked about, what did I talk about? I can't remember. I talked about starting the year tired and how it can get us as a person and what to do and whatnot. So today on the episode, I'm talking about what does success mean to you. And I'm talking about it because I saw a tweet on Twitter last year in December, and it got me thinking. So I'm just gonna read the tweet, and then we can take it from there. And then I would ask you what success means to you, and we can take it from there. Okay. So somebody says, "God knows," something like this. Okay. So with all the English reactions, with all the English reaction as lady in car sees ex-ed boy in school doing POS work and makes fun of him. So a lady, she's in a car or she's going somewhere. That's the cocoa of the gist on Twitter. And then she saw the ed boy in a school who is now doing a POS work. And so she stays and she does a video and she mocks him. Basically, like with everything that you were doing in school. And you know how in secondary school, people talk about that kind of things a lot on Twitter and maybe on other social media platforms that people they'll say good morning to everybody except those that were covering their book in secondary school. I get it. They'll say good morning to everybody or something except people that were collecting extra sheets.
Yes, for exams.
Mm-hmm. So the conversation around this on Twitter was, is this a good thing? Is it not a good thing? And then we decided having the conversation of what does success mean to you as a person? How do you view success and all of that? Well, what is that particular position that you would have to have attained to have said, okay, I'm successful or I'm not successful? So what does success mean to you?
For me, I think what success should mean to everyone isn't just about money. I mean, just not having millions of naira in your bank account. That's not what success means. But what success means to me is being able to, impact. How many lives have I touched so far? The people that I give, what are those that I'm giving? What am I doing for people around me? Are they happy? These are some of the things that I classify as being successful. Being healthy, and also encouraging people around me to also be healthy and all of those things. So I wouldn't say just having huge amounts of money. I mean, that also is something that I want. Yeah, I mean, I want to be financially independent or financial stability is something that I really want to attain as well. But I wouldn't just say success ends in having a lot of money in your bank account.
Okay.
It goes beyond that.
Yeah, but have you ever had like a similar experience? But I would say, okay, so I wouldn't say like I've done a POS work before, but my mom, like, she used to sell Ankara, and there are times that I would follow her to the market, and I don't know, I would usually have this feeling like, what if somebody sees me? I was not like the Efiko in school. I'm like the average student, so like, what is this person see? But I remember specifically going through the tweet on this thread. Okay, somebody said that I have a friend back then, after graduating, whenever we spoke on the phone and I tell him how I haven't found a job yet, the next thing he will call me is distinction cadet. That is his way of mocking me.
Right.
I know they picked the guy call again. And I remember that when I finished school, it took me a while before I got a job. And it's normal when you talk to colleagues from school, like, hey, what are you doing now? Like, oh, I'm working in Lausa, I'm working in Mobile, I'm working in KPMG, I'm working in this. Mm-hmm. And I had a friend. Whenever I asked, I wouldn't say a friend because I would just say like, we're classmates, acquaintances. And I usually get this vibe that she didn't want to tell me where she was working. I didn't have a job. So basically, if you tell me that, oh, I'm working, I'm like, are you guys hiring? Can you speak to somebody who can help me get a job? Because of course I needed work.
Yeah.
So I was speaking to everybody that as long as she could help me. But there was this vibe I would get like, I don't want you to come and rain on my parade. I don't want to tell you where I'm working. I don't want you to know what I'm doing. That's something that ever happened to you.
I mean, for me, I think the first question that you asked was, am I always ever ashamed if I see, maybe I'm in a place and I know what my classmates see? I mean, I wouldn't say I'm going to be ashamed because I'm not still in there, and there's dignity in labor, and everyone's journey is different. The fact that you got a job early doesn't mean that's the end of it for other people in life as well. So, I mean, we're all on our own journey, and our path is different. Some people, like people always say, some people made it in their 30s, some people in their 40s, some people in their 50s, and that doesn't mean there's no latecomer in being successful or getting a job or being comfortable. I mean, if when it happens, it happens. There's no time frame. Okay, at this time, my friends are already, they've gone far. I mean, of course, you feel like you are being behind, but regardless, it doesn't really say that should be like a yardstick for saying that, oh, okay, I don't want my friends to see me because I'm doing something that I shouldn't be doing, or because I'm following my mom to the market to buy a car, or okay, my friend has gotten a job, I've not gotten a job. I mean, that's their own journey. It doesn't really matter because at the time you get a job, I mean, people that are, not to shade people that are working in Lausa, for example, but I mean, they don't earn as much, government doesn't pay much. I wouldn't say how much they pay, but we know how much they get. And for example, they've been working there for 2 years, and you could just get one job that would get, like, you'll be getting what they get in like 6 months pay for just a month. So it really doesn't matter, and your story can change overnight. So it doesn't really matter, like, even if you've been working in Lausa since like God knows when, or wherever it is that you're working, and if I've not gotten a job yet, and if I feel blue anytime, you know what I mean?
I also feel like it's like a terrible show of character.
Yeah, it is.
Even when you like mock somebody, just because the person was the most brilliant person in school, or the person got A's or whatever, and maybe right now, I know it's like a common phenomenon in Nigeria. Yeah, that way you're so smart, you're so intelligent, and there's nothing to show for it. Like, they'll be like, oh, people that even had first class said they've not gotten a job, like something to be proud of. It doesn't make any sense, really. So even if they haven't gotten, is it even their fault or their joy to not be employed at the time or doing what they are doing? Because they know their academic capacity, they know their ability, but it's just that something is not coming forth, and it happens all the time to people. Like, and at the same time, too, some people that are also brilliant in class back then, so they're like all over the place. They see people that are not really as intelligent as maybe they will not make it in life and all that. I feel like society is just really messed up, that people just look, we have these societal norms or like this unwritten rule that, oh, people that are not as serious in class will not make it in life. And then when those people eventually make it, the people that are being seen as very serious in class are like, oh, upon all your seriousness in school, this is what you are doing with your life. Like, you're not making money, you're not this, but really, like you said, success is not really about money or just. I also think finances. It's more about unrealistic expectations. Yeah. You know, like having, like, if you're the smartest person in school, does not mean that you will not still be the smartest person in life. You know, just like things might just go a little bit slower for you. Yeah. But it's also like pressure, like we were talking about yesterday. The pressure, like, oh, because I was the most brilliant person, or because I was the head boy, or because I was this, you know, society expects more from you. Yeah. I feel like at the end of the day, when I think about what success means to me, I think success to me is just getting by every day. Right. Like every day. Yeah. Because the ability to get up and do the work that you're meant to do, and then come back again the next day to do it. It's success. Yeah. Getting by every day. And I feel like success can be seen in the little things. If we have to wait, like, I feel like this head boy that is now a POS guy is successful in his own way. Yeah, I mean, you know, who knows how many lives he's touching with whatever it is that he's making. He might have his own driving dreams. Your car and you don't even, nobody cares. Really. He might have his own dreams and still be pursuing it, but where he's right now, he's still being successful. And I also feel like a lot of people, like this lady in question in this tweet, she's like comparing her life where she is with the head boy's life. Exactly, where the guy is and where they are coming from. Yeah. And I also feel like that's also a wrong thing. Yeah, comparison is a thief of joy. You don't compare what you have with other people. I mean, practically take that out of my mouth. Exactly. Like comparing yourself to other people, like, oh, I want to be this, I want to be that, I want to be this.
I mean, I don't know, but I told you, I believe in destiny. People's path and journey is different. What has been pre-written for you is different from what has been pre-written for me. So whatever it is, like, just choose your own path. Let me choose mine. It shouldn't be that we're not in a competition. Do your thing, let me do my thing. If I'm slow now, I might catch up later. And if I don't, that's just my cross, let me just carry it.
I agree. And I feel like we're still starting the year, whether you believe it or not. It's still January. It's just January 22nd.
Yeah, we have a long way to go.
Yeah, and if there's anything you carry on into the year, even with your goals and your dreams, it's just do you. Stay on your own lane. Exactly. It doesn't matter whether somebody else is on a fast speed, is on a high speed,
or fast lane.
And I think more importantly again, ask yourself, what does success mean to you?
Right.
If you can determine what success means to you, if you can define it, then what somebody else is doing would not affect you. It won't get to you. Whether the person is getting a job in a multi-billion industry, whatever it is that you're doing, as long as success to some other people might just be having a good family,
right,
having somebody who loves you.
Yeah, loving and being loved.
You have children, your siblings adore you, your parents, they care about you. That might be what success means to them. So you can now imagine somebody having that definition for success, and you now thinking that, oh, because this person does not have this, does not have that, the person is not successful.
Right.
Find what success means to you and stick to it. I think that's the end of the podcast.
Yeah, that was a great one.
Yeah. So thank you for listening to this episode. I want you, when you listen to this episode, I want you to take something from it. And that's what I said a few seconds ago. Ask yourself, what does success mean to me? Just find the answer within yourself and stick with it, because the year is just starting and it's going to be it's very easy to start comparing yourself with somebody else. It's very easy to start looking at Bisola or Bingpe or whoever your friends are, wherever you're watching from, because you're beside me. It's very easy to look at that and just you want to start running the race with your friend,
right?
When Bisola in her own
chasing the mirage, something.
I'm just using Bisola because she's beside me. She's just doing her own chill. She's just living her life, doing the things that she's meant. She does not even know that you are comparing your life with hers. So just do you. Focus on what success means to you, and go after that. Whether you are doing POS, whether you still have a goal to have a company, to do whatever, just keep at it.
Right.
And everything will work out well in the end. Thank you for joining this episode.
Thank you for having me.
It's been fun talking to you guys. We'll see you next week with the exchange episode.
Yeah.
Bye guys. Cheers.